All right, so this is gonna be a short story from the land of One Eye. Last night, I was in a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, celebrating my 8 years, picking up my key tag and everything like that. And unbeknownst to me, I got more empirical evidence of the reason why that you should continue on this journey that you're going with me, and that you should continue to go your own way, and that you should continue to take the red pill and become more self-sufficient and not to rely on none of these people out here. So I was sitting in a meeting last night, and they had this lady that came that I never saw before, and when she decided to share, like the topic of the meeting was on becoming fully self-supporting through your own contributions. So this lady that was in there, I'd say she was about probably mid-30s, somewhere in her 30s, super ghetto chick, goals in her mouth, blonde wig, overweight. So she took an opportunity to say something. And it's weird because, see, as a man, I want to look to evidence to the contrary of the things that I believe, because I still look for hope sometimes and think to myself, there may be hope out here for us guys who, really are good men that would be good partners to a woman, that would be good fathers to children and stuff like that. But the more evidence that I look for that, the more evidence I get to continue on this journey and to stay by myself. Because when this young lady started sharing, the first thing that she said was, I've never been fully self-supporting in my life, and I've always been supported by sugar daddies. And then she went into this spiel of how, she never cared about what none of the men looked like. She never cared about, looks or, caring about them, how fat they were, none of that kind of shit. The only thing she was worried about was the size of their wallet. And I was drawn back by that because, I usually see that in a subtle way, and I don't usually see like the overtness of that and people just like blatantly just blurring out that kind of stuff. But it was just evidence to me last night to see like the way that the average woman today and the normal woman thinks about us. They don't see you as a person. They don't see you as a being, as a partner, as anything like that. They just see you as a walking lick, as a walking ATM. So what I did was, in the quaint way that I do things, I backdoored her in a meeting, and I was like, first of all, I want to thank this young lady for sharing, and I just want to say that I was always the opposite of this. And I just gotta say, man, that like even before I came to the pill or stumbled upon a manosphere or anything like this, I gotta admit, like, I simped out with my emotions and my time, but I never simped out with my money. And I basically went into a spiel of how, like, I've only basically given women money in the sense of I've lived with them and paid half of the rent, maybe bought a birthday present here or there, something like that for the most part, though I never gave them my money. And at the time where I've actually had a woman ask me for money, knowing what I knew and knowing what I know now, I just said, look, I'm not the guy for that. You got men for that already. So I just wanted to give y'all a little short story, man, about like how these females are really thinking, how they operating out here like this. Because, the thing she said that really blew me away was this chick was not attractive at all, at least not attractive to me. I mean, I saw nothing attractive about her. She couldn't even pay me to have sex with me. But what she said was, dealing with sugar daddies, I never had to deal with none of the BS of where you going, where you at, when you coming home, and nothing like that. And she said, just me talking to them would bring them joy, and just to hear from me would make them happy. And I think to myself, like, when I really thought about that and I really looked at that, what I thought was we just got to do better as men, man. Because a lot of the stuff that's going on out here is due to the fact of like us not being disciplined with ourselves or disciplined with our money, and like seeking companionship from people that aren't companions. So I think a lot of this stuff that's going on out here, and thank God, like, men are waking up and using other men to wake other men up to what's going on out here. But a lot of this could be curtailed and changed just by men becoming men again and standing up for themselves and standing up for what's right and not leaning in and giving into this craziness and this chaos. So that's just a little story I wanted to give y'all. It was a first-hand account of what happened and what's happening out here now. And tonight, me and the experienced optimist is going to do a breakdown on a video called Moth the Flame. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate my new subs. I appreciate my old subs. And I'm just going to keep bringing content to y'all, man, because I appreciate everything y'all do. And not only is this therapeutic to me, but I'm hoping that it can help some people out there. So I just thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all soon.